Okay, so this is a plug, Bear. Explain to me what a plug is.
So plug is the shape of the canoe. It's a cedar strip boat that we use to actually make the mold. And so this is a way for us to test a new design and maybe go through a few different iterations of it, and then finally we'll say we like this one, we're going to build a mold out of it.
Okay, and this is a 17?
This is 17. Okay. It's a new version of our old Bell Alaskan. Alternately, it is we call it the B-17 right now.
Okay. All right. So how many of these do you have on hand, or do you? I mean, are they just different shapes and sizes for all the different plugs?
We introduce one, maybe two models each year.
Oh, good.
And so this will be a new model for 2018.
Oh, nice. And
so this will be our one new model, and then so like I say, we'll probably go through a few iterations, testing out different aspects.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
So we've got molds. This is what we start with.
Oh, okay.
This is what that plug was to create.
Gotcha.
So the plug came out of here. We built a mold around it, basically.
Okay.
And now what they're doing is using the mold to actually build the canoe.
Okay.
And so those plugs actually go through many steps after what you saw on the trailer to get polished. We actually polish them up to 1,200 grits.
Oh, wow.
Because we've got to polish them to the point where we can get them to release the mold.
What do we have here laid out?
So this is Kevlar. This is a Negra.
Okay. Now I knew Kevlar was being used. I didn't know that other material. And is this cut and laid out like this, and then? Oh, I see. You have the different measurements here.
Yep. So they just pull it off the roll, set it up, cut it, and then of course it has to get trimmed to fit the shape of the mold a bit.
And now you said that. What is it called?
A full wet bag is what we do.
Okay.
And then there's basically a scrim that allows the resin to get distributed evenly.
Good.
And suck everything down tight.
Oh, wow.
Eliminate voids basically.
Okay.
So build the lightest weight canoe we possibly can.
Oh, wow. Laminating process. Would you say this is the most time-sensitive part of building a canoe?
Yes, you only have a certain amount of time before the resin starts to gel on you. So yeah, we need to get the wet bag on and. Back here because we're training Joel in the blue shirt there. So normally they can totally do this without me. Awesome.
This is where the gunnels go on, where the boats get finished, where they get packaged.
Yep. These are all the gunnels right here, huh?
Yep, that's all rail stock, all the way up.
Wow.
And actually you can see over on the wall too, a whole bunch more.
Oh, wow.
In right here. So this has come out of the mold.
Okay.
So it's gone through the first layer, which was that we put in the first layer cloth. We built the whole boat over the top of it with parts and partial strategic reinforcements, foam core, all that.
That's the foam core.
That's the foam
right
core.
down here.
And then it's been fully wet bagged.
Okay, and all the bubbles and imperfections out. Okay.
Yep. And so now it's out of the mold, and now the next stage will be to trim off the leftover molding, basically.
Sure.
And then the float tanks have to go in.
Oh,
we foam fill those.
Okay.
And then the gunnels go on. And see that little piece right there? That little roughness, that little fold? What that is a bag wrinkle.
Okay.
So bag wrinkles are, that full wet bag that we lay into the boat. There was a fold right there.
Okay.
And so there's just a little bit of built up resin right there that'll gradually get knocked down by use and that end of things. But essentially that's like grain on wood. It just depends how that bag got laid out. So every boat varies just a little bit.
Okay.
In terms of the bag wrinkles. Every boat varies just a little bit in terms of the weight. It depends for the most part, the laminators did in the back. Mm-hmm. So there's a little bit of every last boat we build has been touched by 5-6 people.
Nice.
And aluminum rails are going on.
Okay.
So aluminum gunnels. We're unique in the industry in the sense that we use a 2-piece aluminum gunnel.
Okay.
Instead of a traditional 1-piece. And what a 2-piece gives us is a much stiffer hull.
Oh.
With a much more constant curve. It ends up with a much prettier boat without any little wow-wows in it.
Okay.
Our outfitters love them because they're more durable than a 1-piece. And consumers love them because they're going to last forever.
Now I see here, this one obviously has had some wear and tear.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing any sort of repairs to it or working on it at all right now?
Yeah, we're actually doing, look at what I think it is. Yeah, that's what I think it is. So, this boat was backed into by a truck, and so we re-railed it, and we're repairing the damage. This is one of our outfitters up on Crane Lake, Anderson Canoe Outfitters.
Okay, I'd imagine that's a pretty frequent occurrence there, people back into something.
You hope not, but yes.
Wow,
It's amazing what a vehicle can do to a 40-pound canoe.
Oh yeah. Okay, Garmin, stop.
Okay, Bear. Tell me a little bit about how you started with Northstar Canoes.
I've always been in the outdoor industry. I graduated from college, did a couple of not satisfying jobs, and decided that I wanted to do what matched what I love to do outside of work, and applied to Bell, and started working at Bell as accessories manager. Ted Bell sold the company, and I went to Midwest Mountaineering for about 7 years.
And that's in Minneapolis?
In Minneapolis, yep. And I kept in touch with Ted. And when Ted started to build boats out of the garage, Midwest started to carry a few, and so I was the one that had easiest access to them. And I came up one time to visit him, and he started talking about the idea of leasing a build. And I said, that doesn't sound like a hobby business anymore. And he said, you want to come back?
Nice.
And I said, yeah, I'd love to.
What would you say your personal interests in canoeing have been throughout your life? How did you get your start?
So my father was an avid hunter and fisherman. And so I got exposed to the idea of fishing from a canoe at a very young age. When we started to really do the portaging trips, I was 10, 11, 12.
Oh, wow.
To me, the Northwoods feels like home because I spent a lot of time there as a kid. And it was always the time that, my dad was most excited about, going, By canoe, I spent a lot of time in Ontario, a lot of time in the Boundary Waters. But then, I branched out. I've paddled all the rivers that flow into Lake Winnipeg from the east side. I've paddled a bunch of other places in Manitoba, a couple of trips in Saskatchewan, a couple of trips in the Yukon, Nunavut, headed for the Northwest Territories this summer.
Oh, wow.
So Boundary Waters, to be what it's been to me, there's got to be clean water in the future. And so the issue with the potential for sulfide mines in the Boundary Waters is acid runoff from those mines and the damage to the Boundary Waters ecosystem. And then the other side of it is to get the younger generation excited about it. And so I take out high school kids to the Boundary Waters twice a year, once in the spring over Memorial Day, once in the winter, winter camping in February. So each time it's about a week. I get one or two that are passionate about it and decide that they want to keep doing it. Hope that it rubs off on at least a couple of them. And that's really
this is 40 by 40, and then the other room is about 30 by 40.
And this is where all the magic happens. This is where everything is built.
World headquarters.
Wow. And by world, you're not kidding. I mean,
this is it.
We
actually do ship to Finland.
Wow, that's fantastic.
We keep building throughout the year, partly because we can't build all the boats people want from us when they want them.
Gotcha. A ton of solos, yeah.
We sell more solos than probably any other manufacturer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, about 40% of our business is.
All right, yeah. And this one looks like it's just about ready to go out. This looks fantastic. And this is the
80K Solo. So this is our smallest, lightest weight boat. This is 19 pounds.
19 pounds. Right, so at 19 pounds, you don't even need a yoke.
No,
it's that easy. Wow. And yeah, like
it's there. The ability to impulse paddle.
oh, really?
You know, I live, 6 blocks away from Lake Nakoma, 6 blocks away from Lake of the Isles.
Sure.
And I want to go paddling.
Right,
I'm going to put it on my shoulder and I'm going to stroll over there.
Right, I'm on the Rum River.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I could literally just go right over there.
Yep. You don't have to hesitate. It's a boat that you can store upright in the garage in a lot of garages.
Eli, what are you working on right here?
This is a blacklight Northwind performance oriented.
So you're doing like the finishing.
Yep, I'm just putting on the decals, and after this, I'm gonna wax the boat with 303 and just give it a protective layer of marine wax, and then weigh the boat and sock it and send it out.
Wow. So this is almost.
Protects the gunnel stock, keeps dirt off of it. When our canoes go across the country, we like to protect them from erosion.